The thought of the day is by shifting your perception of the world, the way the world manifests in your experience is different. Let me explain. We are normally just reacting to whatever's around us. So if things go your way, you feel good. If things go bad, you feel bad, right? But that's some sort of slavery. What you actually want is to start giving more importance, more value to the way you are actually perceiving the situation. So let's say you're perceiving a situation that it is some way painful or uncomfortable. We normally are justifying all the time our state based on what is outside. But the opposite is true. What you should be doing is actually to give more value to the way you feel than the way your life is. And the interesting point that I think almost no one mentions is that by shifting the way you experience your world, let's say, for example, you may experience an uncomfortable situation and you say, you choose to feel peace instead, whatever happens. That by doing so, it's not only that you could easily, relatively start feeling better just because you desire, but the important point is that you actually find that the situation many times, I'm not saying you should expect your life to change, but more like you're giving value to the way you feel, and that indirectly changes the way reality is expressed in your experience. But this is not, don't mistake this like the law of attraction kind of thing. You should be trying to change your life. No, that's reverse thinking. I'm saying if you give value to your inner state, your mind and your emotions and your thoughts or your inner experience, you give more value to that because we are normally very much invested in the world around us. If you give more value to that and you find harmony in there, harmony will tend to appear in your experience. Not just in the sense of things will go exactly in the way you want to go, although has been promised in many scriptures. I wouldn't go that far because that, again, shifts the perception towards, I'm going to try to make the world be as I want. For example, a good example of this is when people pray to God for having better conditions onto things being the way they want. No, it's not like that. I don't mean that. But when you actually trust, when you actually look into the infinite possibilities, you open your mind and you don't understand the situation from a limited perspective of a person. Another way of saying you choose peace, like you stop fighting. Just let things be the way they are. The interesting point that I think many spiritual teachers, especially nowadays, are very careful to talk about is how your experience changes. So not just that you feel a little bit better, like in psychology, like subjectively, things are getting better, like you feel better, but my life's still crappy. And I'm in a job that I don't want to be, I'm in a relationship I don't want to be, and you just have to feel content about it. Well, please, by any means, find your way to feel good, to choose peace in every moment. But the interesting thing is that not as something you ask for, but something that comes just as a consequence of you being in harmony, is that your life will start reflecting that. And your life turns to be even better than you ever dream of, because you cannot possibly know what is best for you. So when you trust and you give value and put emphasis into your part, which is to notice how your attention gets trapped into your personal reactions and constructions and interpretations of your world. If you let go of all that, which is like letting go of your mind, then suddenly you can already find alignment here and now, wherever you are. I happen to be in actually a pretty much beautiful place, but that's not the point. The point is that when you lean back and trust and just make this well-being that is your actual being take the steering wheel, suddenly your life starts falling into place, and right away, not in the moment that finally you have all the money that you dream, or people start doing whatever you want them to do, but just because it's a natural consequence. This is a dream. If in the dream you manage to relax and to trust that you're not just a dreamer, but you are the dream itself, it makes sense that when you change the way you interpret things, in this case I'm specifically saying about letting go, your personal views on things will start to shift. Not just internally, absolutely, that will happen. You know this. It's like being in the now, being present. Things start just feeling more like natural and fine and interesting. Actually, I'm gonna switch to these guys in there are actually enjoying themselves. I don't know if you get to see it. And basically, when you are, it's not like the world, for example, these guys, they say, I feel good because I'm making surf, I'm enjoying this time of the year here with my friends, having a good time, and therefore I feel good. No, they actually feel good first, and then the experience of coming to the beach with their friends and finding the perfect wave and having this beautiful moment happens as a consequence on how they feel. But again, I'm not preaching the law of attraction or anything like that. I'm saying keep the value what it is. And this world is an illusion, yes. But what I think most teachers forget to mention is that just because it's an illusion, just because it's a dream, it doesn't mean that it's not viable. That is not, it's an expression of what you are. So it's not like discarding the world and saying, I'm gonna stay inside of myself and not caring about anything. It's more like you're blessed because you let go of everything. As a religious person would say, you let God take care of everything. And then after that, things turn to be more of a miracle. They turn to be more of, oh, wow, like a gift that happens to you. And if not, you still feel fine no matter what. But I think it was important maybe to make a video on talking a bit more about this aspect where people denying reality of this world make it look like this world doesn't matter. I never mean that. This world matters. It is a after effect of how much you actually can rest in the natural state that you are. So that's all you have to do. You don't have to change your world. You don't have to control. You don't even have to improve yourself as a person. You don't have to try hard. You just have to let go. And by this, I'm not simplifying it too much, like you don't have to do anything. Some people go to say that, and I think that's kind of unfair. No, you actually have to sit and meditate. And meditation is the way you actually practice this letting go. And yes, you have a lot of conditioning that train you to not let go of many things that happen in your unconscious mind. So yes, some counteracting practice will be the first sign that you're actually choosing peace. So sit to meditate or do surf like these guys in here. Do whatever you're inclined to. Enjoy it. But most importantly, start zooming out of your personal view of the world and just lean back on this space where it's always safe no matter what. And the little bit that I wanted to add in this video is that the most interesting thing is that when you just relax, life turns the way you wanted it to be, sort of. It doesn't matter anymore because you're already pleased. You're already with your lover. You're already happy. Nevertheless, it is always a pleasure to enjoy, to be alive every day, no matter what.